Alright guys, welcome back into another PGA DFS video. Had an alright week. Last week it was kind of a weird one. Had Louis Oosthuizen withdraw on me right away, so that kind of killed a bunch of my cash lineups. Paul Casey and Henrik Stenson both kind of killed me. But other than that, the tournament lineups that we put out there were actually really good. You'll see here in this week recap here. I had Stewart Cink T4 and Adam Scott third. Also had Gary Woodland, who kind of slipped it up for me. I mean, he had T6, that was real nice. Those are three real top plays for us that we had lower down in the lower tier plays that we really clutched up on, so that was pretty nice. But let's get into this week's tournament. It's kind of the tournament that Webb Simpson has quietly run. He's just been a course horse here. I mean, he lives right by it. I guess so does Harold Varner, so that's kind of some cool news and notes there. But let's get into the high tier plays here. The one I want to start out with is obviously going to be the top play on the board. That's going to be Webb Simpson. You just look at his current form. It's just phenomenal. Well, I mean, it could be a little bit better, but at this course, he's had, I mean, like, he's just a top 10 machine here. 3 of the last 4 have been, you know, the lowest finish was T6, so that's pretty good. I mean, obviously, he's a good stat fit, and just overall, he's at 3 straight top 25s. So getting into Henrik Stenson here, he's kind of slowly been trending backwards, so I wasn't overly surprised that he missed the cut last week. It was disappointing, but I think he'll get it back. I mean, he was a winner at this course last year, so obviously that's really good. He is a good stat fit. He really just had one horrible day, so he bounced back on Friday a little bit, so I think I'll have a mid-exposure. And Rafa Cabrera-Bello, I really do like. He's made 20 out of 25 cuts. He had T10 last week, and in 2016 when he last played it, he had a T5, so that's really nice, obviously. And Joaquin Niemann, I think he'll be a little bit lower owned than he should be. I mean, he's a great stat fit. Let's get into Webb Simpson here a little bit more. You look at his stats. He's just a really good stat fit. Not the best ball striker lately, but he is 18th in strokes gained approach, so that's not bad. He has the best odds to win, and like I said, he's just been a top 10 machine at this course. The only real cons for him is that I think he will have a slightly higher ownership, and he could be a potential bust play just because he kind of has let people down a lot in the spot before. So that's really the only thing that you kind of worry about with Webb here. Getting into the mid-tier plays here, Harold Varner the third is going to be the play I like the most. Pretty much going to be locking him in. I'll be touching on that in just a second. Russell Henley, he kind of surprised me. He just keeps being good stat fits for all the courses. Doesn't have the best course history here, but he is in good form. You know, he had a T46 here in 2016, so that's all right. Julian Surrey, he's made 7 straight cuts on the PGA Tour, but he did have a missed cut at the Scottish Open about 3 weeks ago. Other than that, he's just been in terrific form. I think he's up to like 50th in the world rankings. Out of his last 5 starts, 4 of them have been top 30s, so you can kind of pencil him in for a top 30 here. He's not a horrible fit, but he's not the best. I think Steve Stricker is a guy you could definitely target, though, for just a cut maker. So if you're in that range and you want a cut maker, just address Steve Stricker, because, I mean, he's a guy that just always seems to make the cut. Doesn't have the most course history here, but he hasn't missed a cut this whole year, so I really like him. I'm probably going to be locking him into my cash plays and getting a lot of exposure here to Harold Varner the third. Look at his stats here. Not the best, actually, but you just look at what he's done recently. A T17, a 6, and the T5 in his last 3 starts. Obviously has really good odds to win this tournament, and the only real thing you worry about him is his salary is a little bit higher than you'd like. He's not a really good fit for the course, but I think he's just in tremendous form lately that you can just kind of not worry about that. Get into the lower tier plays here. Really like Chris Kirk. He's made 8 straight cuts. He's pretty much just a cut maker, so 8 straight cuts. 2016 at T46 here. You know, he's a fine fit, not the best, but I like him enough. You look at Bronson Burgoon here. He did miss a cut here in 2016. He's in bad form, 2 straight missed cuts, but he is a great course fit, so he's definitely going to be more of a tournament option. That's why I have him at lower ownership. I think I'd rather go a little bit cheaper with Sam Ryder. He's the exact opposite. He's in decent form. He's a guy that when he pops stat-wise, you kind of want to play him. That's what he's doing this week. He's popping this week. He's 10th in total driving, 4th in ball striking. The only real thing with him is he can't putt recently. that's his bad omen right now. Is he's kind of doing the Adam Scott thing where he can't putt. But with Adam Scott last week, he got the putter going a little bit, and he had a T3. Getting into Tyler Duncan here. I really do like Tyler Duncan this week. He's just been a cut maker. I mean, he's made 12 straight cuts. You really can't beat that. So obviously, you expect him to make the cut here, but it's his, stats that actually surprised me. He's 38th in total driving, 25th in strokes gained approach, and 17th in ball striking. So I really like him, expect him to be like a T30. Some rangefinders here that I do like. I think Ryan Moore, you could definitely get more ownership on. Jonathan Vegas, he's kind of been popping. He's making a lot of cuts, but people don't really notice that. I think Matthew Fitzpatrick kind of gets on track again. But, who knows with him. He's kind of been hit or miss. Steele should bounce back as well. Getting to the value plays here, I think Hunter Mayhem is going to be a little bit overlooked. He had a T16 last year at this course. He's made 4 out of 5 straight cuts at this course. And, he's not really a bad stat fit as well. So I do not mind him. Dylan Meyer, he's a young gun. 5 out of 7 cuts made this year. That's really all I like for him. He's definitely a little bit cheaper than I thought he might have been. So I don't mind that. Davis Love here. He's kind of really had a bad year. Missed cut last week. And then he had a T44. And then before that, he had a lot of missed cuts as well. But he's a course horse here at this course. He's a former winner in 2015. Last year, he had a T10 here. So he kind of just turns it up at this course. So I don't mind that. Nick Taylor's a play that I do not mind. He's had 5 straight made cuts. He's not the best course fit, but he's kind of just a guy that I think will make the cut. And at that low salary, I definitely think you could take that and kind of run with it. As you'll see here in my sample lineup, it's not for sure right now, but it's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give me a like and subscribe.